Hi, this is Jay from J&D's Retirement Journey. Today we're going to take a quick look and see if it's better buying an S&P 500 fund such as VU compared to an INVESCO NASDAQ 100 EFT QQM or the INVESCO Trust QQQ. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at the numbers. All this information is right off the SCHWAB website. Any broker, you should be able to go into their research tab and get all this information. Remember, guys, if you like this info, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and remember to subscribe. As we go into the summary of these accounts, we'll start with QQQ, the INVESCO QQQ Trust. The investment seeks investment results that generally correspond to the price and yield performance of the NASDAQ 100 index. We look at the total assets of 220 billion, and it's been around, we're going on to 25 years almost. QQM, same summary, so I'm not going to repeat myself. It's a smaller fund, only 17 billion. The Vanguard S&P 500 EFT, it's the bigger fund of the three. It's been around almost 14 years now, 936 billion. The investment seeks to track the performance of the Standard & Poor's 500 index that measures the investment return of large cap stocks. The fees and expenses, QQQ 0.20, QQM 0.15, and VU is 0.03. The quotes as of close of business 12/14/2023. QQQ 403.39, a 52-week range of 259 to 406. QQQM about 166, a 52-week range of 106 to 167. VU 433, a 52-week range of 344 to 435. The yields, I like my dividends, so 0.56 on QQQ. They don't really pay too much here. QQM 0.62 and VU 0.148, and they all pay quarterly. As we shoot over to the risk and returns, the betas, I like to look at the beta. A beta of more than one it's a little more risky. 1 and below, it's pretty much conservative. Initial minimums. EFTs, you basically have to buy a share. You can't buy a fractional share. Let's see what Morningstar says about these EFTs. QQQ, overall rating 5 stars, 4 stars for QQM, and 5 stars for VU. Historic returns, they're all above average. And the risk, average for VU and above average for everybody else. Growth of a 10,000 investment for 1 year. QQM did really well. It did about $2,000 more than VU and QQQ. Now we take a look at the 3-year charts. They're about equal. Everybody's about on the same at the end here. They're a little bit over 13,000. Then we take a look at the 10-year chart. Let's go out 10 years. And they're about the same. They're close to 14 and change, almost $15,000. Let's take a look at the makeup of these funds. INVESCO QQQ, total net assets 220 billion, holdings 102, turnover is 7%, and the top 10 holdings account for 49% of the money. It's all basically invested in stocks. As we look at QQM, 17 billion, 102 holdings, same amount of holdings. The turnover, wow, it's much higher, 27%. The top 10, it's about the same. They invest about 49% in the top 10 holdings. Same deal. They invest basically everything in large caps, so large in stocks. So does VU. and they have 936 billion. This is the biggest fund out of the three of them. Holdings 510, turnover 2%, and 31% is invested in the top 10 companies. As we go over to the top 10 holdings, all three funds are basically invested in the same companies. The only company that's different looks like it's United Health and Berkshire Hathaway in VU. They have everything the same, just different percentages. QQQ and QQM have 49% in the top 10 companies, and VU only has 31%. As we go over to the sector weightings, the QQQ and QQM, they're very heavy in IT because they're basically NASDAQ, and that's a big percentage. They're 50% of the portfolio's IT. VU's only 28%, so it's a little more diversified into other sectors. As we go into the market cap, it's basically giant, large, and medium companies. All three are invested, and it's basically all in the U.S. By taking a look at this, at what we went over, the fees for QQQ and QQM are high compared to VU, and at the end of the day, you get to the same place. The returns were basically the same, and it was less risk. The risk was less. So I would go with an S&P 500 fund. I was thinking about buying QQM, but after I went over these numbers, I'm just going to stick with my SCHWAB S&P 500 fund. I'll leave a link to that video, and I believe that's the best way to go. Guys, talk with your financial planner and do your research before you invest in anything. I am not a financial planner. Good luck, everyone, and thanks for watching.